Okay, good morning or good afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. I am Dr. Michael Lange. I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. I'm the founder of the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida, and Fortify Vitamins. I started Lange Eye Care & Associates March 15th of 1993. We grew to 13 locations in the great state of Florida. I was blessed to be in the right place at the right time. Anyway, I'm the host of a popular radio talk show since April of 1993 called Ask the Doctor. And Country Jim Kirk, I got a shout out to him, gave me an opportunity back in March of 1993 to be a guest on his show, and he was somewhat of an icon in the Ocala, Florida area, and he gave me an opportunity to have a show called Sound Off with Dr. Michael Lange. It was really a big hit, and we parlayed that into Ask the Doctor. And many of you have listened to me on the radio on certain stations back when I had a drive time show, which was actually from 9 to 10 daily, including Saturday. Sunday was the only day we weren't on live, and that was called Ask the Doctor right here in the Tampa Bay area. Anyway, I am broadcasting from a new studio. This is here in Salem Media, and we're going to broadcast on stations like AM 860, The Answer, AM 930 in Sarasota, and AM 860 is here in Tampa Bay. We're going to be having a 2-hour program. We're starting this new program next Saturday. So that is what, the 15th? November 16th we'll be starting. So all of you that are watching me right now on social media or listening, you can certainly give me a call during Saturday live, or you can call me live right now because we are going to take calls. Let me give you the phone number. It is 877-943-9673. Once again, write that phone number down if you'd like to call me right now. It's on your screen if you're on Facebook or Twitter or Periscope and places like that. It should be on the screen. You can call right now. Ask the doctor. That's me, Dr. Michael Lange, at 877-943-9673. And we're currently, look at these digs. These are new digs. These are really nice. We are in Salem Media's headquarters right here in Tampa Bay. And once again, the 2 new stations we're adding for this coming Saturday and all Saturdays coming up. Most of you listened to me already from 9 to 10 on a variety of networks, social media, and a variety of other radio stations like 820 AM in Tampa Bay throughout the great state of Florida. Actually, 97.3 FM, The Sky, and multiple other AM and FM stations. We're still going to be broadcasting from this studio on Saturday morning at 9 a.m., but then at 10 a.m., you're going to turn the dial. So you're simply going to go to 860 a.m., or if you're in Sarasota, 930 a.m., and we're going to be available to answer questions live. So we'll be Ask the Doctor live for 2 hours from 9 to 10, starting November 16th. That's next Saturday, folks. That's right around the corner. Not tomorrow. What is today? Friday, yeah. Not tomorrow, but next Saturday we'll be live. I'll be hosting my regular talk show this Saturday coming up from Genesis Communications like I always have been. All right. Once again, I'm going to give you the phone numbers. If you follow me on social media right now, you can give me a call if you got a question. And the phone number is, write this down, 877-943-9673. One more time, write this down. Keep it for, next weekend also. So you can have your questions ready. 877-943-9673. Remember, this is a live call-in show. We talk about nutrition and your entire body, nutrition and your eyes. We talk about the latest in ocular surgery, the latest nutritional intervention for ocular health. What can we do to slow down the aging in the eye and the entire body? It's a good question. And I always tell people, if I make your eyes healthier, I'm making your entire body healthier, and vice versa. All right? So I became a certified nutritional specialist at the American College of Nutrition so I could help my patients that much more. I literally got tired of watching my patients age before my eyes. I got tired of seeing Miss Smith, 25 years ago with early macular degeneration, advance into a much more advanced stage, and we couldn't do anything. I mean, back in the day, the retina specialists had lasers. They'd laser the retina with macular degeneration, and they'd get worse. So I started doing intracellular blood analysis on my patients, DNA testing, omega index testing. I was the first eye doctor in the country to utilize these tests to determine what kind of nutritional deficiencies these patients actually had. And we found some inherent deficiencies. That's how Fortify Vitamins was started. As you can see in the background, we have a lot of the Fortify Vitamins that I've actually developed. So Fortify Vitamins was developed because I saw a need for the general public to slow down the aging. I got tired of seeing patients age right before my vision. You know, they go from 2025 to 2040, the next year 2050, the next year 2080. You know, next year they're legally blind. Well, that's not the case anymore. I mean, now we're at, almost 2020. I mean, this is November 2019. My God, time flies when you're having fun. And so now we have patients that come in, and this is what sets us apart at the Lange Eye Institute. We kind of do eye care with a nutritional twist. So patients will come in, and we'll certainly do an eye exam, and we do all the necessary testing to treat your glaucoma or take your cataracts out or do surgical intervention, whatever it may be. But we approach things a little bit differently, okay? We look at your body. We look at your weight, believe it or not. We look at the eyes. Remember, the eye is the window to the body. So we can tell a lot about a person's general health through a routine eye exam. And we're going to talk about that a lot more in a few minutes. But we actually have a caller. One more time, I'm going to give you the phone number. It is 877-943-9673. And we're going to go to the phones here, and we're going to see, I think it's Roger P. in Tampa may have a question. Good morning, Roger.
Yes.
Welcome to the program. Or actually, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Doctor. I've been using your Fortify fish oil, as I call it, for many years with great results on a problem I had with my shoulder. Now I forget which shoulder I had the problem with, but I understand you have a new Fortify product, and I was just wondering about that.
Yeah, that's a great question, Roger. And omega-3 is so important for people that have inflammation in their body. You know, an inflammatory problem in your shoulder, right? Your pain was probably related to some form of inflammation related to either aging or, you know, trauma that you had from athletics or an accident that you had at a younger age. And omega-3 is one of the...
I think it was an accident I had in the Army. I had something jammed there, and also walking large dogs pulling on the shoulder all the time. But it has gone away. I am just amazed at I don't have to get the cortisone shots anymore, which are kind of scary, and it's just been stable for years.
So, Roger, you had probably been taking the one I developed about 10 years ago now called Fortify Super Omega, okay?
Yes.
And that has basically about 900 EPA and 600 DHA, so it's 1,800 milligrams of triglyceride form omega-3, which was one of the most potent in the industry until fairly recently. And so the new studies have come out recently, especially from Norway, showing that we may need even more omega-3 to combat against inflammation in their body, to help dry eyes, to help with depression, believe it or not, to decrease atherosclerotic plaque in the arteries and the veins, which is the root cause of strokes and heart attacks and dying, right? And so I've been following this research, and all the studies are indicating now that you need to get upwards of 1,000 milligrams of EPA. Now, remember, our Fortify Super Omega had 900 EPA per dosage. So that's close, but I wanted to have something even more potent, and so I developed about 6 months ago something called Fortify Super Omega-3 Max. And we went to EPAX in Norway, which is one of the world's premier omega-3 manufacturers. It's next door to the facility that I was making my other omega-3 at in Norway. They could not make it to the potency I wanted, so I've changed to EPAX. Max, which is probably the world's leading omega-3 fish oil factory in Oslo, Norway. And we actually developed a supplement that is 50% more potent than Fortify Super Omega, but in the same exact gel size. So they were able to develop technology that squeezes more oil in the same size gel cap, which is absolutely amazing. So many people out there can go to 1 a day, but 2 a day is the maximum dosage anybody will ever have to do with the new Omega-3 Max. So that's something you may want to go to. If you're taking 2 a day, you might be able to get away with just 1 a day on the new Fortify Super Omega-3 Max. But as we age, we need to combat against inflammation even more than when we're younger, because the typical diet of the American is a pro-inflammatory diet. It's very high in omega-6, all right? And so taking 2 of the omega-3 Max will actually combat against that high omega-6, lowering inflammation in your body, decreasing the chance of a heart attack and or a stroke, helping cognitive abilities, so decreasing the chance of cognitive decline as we get older, aka dementia and Alzheimer's. It lowers triglycerides, improves the cholesterol ratio, helps the joints, as you know, so reduces pain. And for women and men out there, it's amazing for the hair, the skin, and the nails. So I think that's something you may want to consider is going into the newer one.
Yeah, I think I will give that a try. I've noticed my nails aren't as brittle. I didn't think that was associated with that, but my nails aren't as brittle as they were at one time, so I guess I'll credit it to that, too.
Right. Omega-3 is so important. Now, when you think about it, Roger, the lion's share of the public that's listening to my voice right now or watching me on social media, they're omega-3 deficient. I mean, think about what you had for breakfast, what you had for lunch, what you had for supper, what snacks you had. It typically wasn't fish. And then if you're eating fish, it's the fried fish from the fast food restaurant, okay? And so you're not getting the right type of fish. The best fish is wild Alaskan salmon or sardines, believe it or not. Wild Alaskan salmon is not only high in omega-3, it's a great source of clean protein, but it's got something called astaxanthin in it. And I've talked about astaxanthin on this show for years now. Astaxanthin is what gives the orange color to wild Alaskan salmon. It is also what allows the salmon to swim upstream and have enormous muscle power and muscle endurance. So eating that salmon actually helps your muscle endurance and muscle endurance due to the astaxanthin. So eating wild Alaskan salmon frequently is a good idea. But like I said, the lion's share of our listeners and viewers are not eating a lot of good fish. And so that's why taking the omega-3 helps decrease the negative side effects from the typical pro-inflammatory omega-6 diet that most Americans are on.
Well, very good. I'm going to try the new product, and thank you very much, Doctor. It's worked for years for me.
All right. Hey, Roger, thanks for the call, and you have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. Right, so that was the first call of the new era of Ask the Doctor. And I want to thank Roger for giving us a call. He probably tuned in on some form of social media. This is the first day that I've been live on this. Now, we're going to announce soon a new podcast channel, and all of my radio shows will be on the podcast channel. So you'll be able to listen to all these shows on the new podcast channel. And I'll announce that on Saturday between 9 and 11, how to get to that. But you can always go to my website at dr.michaellange.com or fortify.com. And Fortify is Fortifeye. And you can see that back on the screen behind me. Fortify.com is a way you can learn a lot about nutrition, a lot about the latest in nutrition. You'll see a lot of studies on the products that I've actually developed. Evidence-based science. I believe in the science of nutrients. We just don't put something willy-nilly together and sell it to you. I take it. My kids take it. My parents take it. Oh, my mom takes it. My dad died recently. Rest his soul. But Fortify is the right science, the right ingredients, right for you is kind of a slogan that I developed. I'm getting close to 20 years ago now. And my promise to you is we will always develop the ultimate in nutritional supplementation, the ultimate fuel to fuel your body, okay? And we're going to talk about the ultimate fuel in a minute. As a matter of fact, I am going to show you something right here before we take the next caller. This is called Fortify Fit. This is the first time this has ever been seen live on any type of broadcast. I worked on this for 2 years. We finally came out with it last Friday, a week ago today, and it's been on fire. It is the ultimate muscle fuel that is all natural, and we're going to dive into that in a few minutes. But first, I'm going to give you the phone number one more time. Once again, you're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lange. The phone number, if you want to call me right now, is 877-943-9673. One more time, that's 877-943-9673. And we're going to go to the caller. I think we have Lenny in Louisiana, my old stomping ground. Lenny, welcome to the program.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Fantastic. And yourself?
No, I'm doing pretty good. It's funny, I just called in. You was talking about that fit protein powder.
Right.
Let me ask you this. What sets it aside from, say, other protein powders? What, you have better ingredients? You have better technology behind it? I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, that's a great question. And if you heard me talking about it, I've been working on this for literally 2 years. I'm a certified nutritional specialist, and I've been to like 13 of the latest sports nutrition conferences globally, and over the last 2 years, and took a lot of notes, learned a lot of information. What I did, Lenny, I combined all of that information, all of that science, and put it into this new Fortify Fit. All right, and nobody has done that yet. And the reason they haven't, it would be crazy expensive. This would be $250 if this was at the local store, GNC Vitamin Shop, because they all want to get their markup, a pretty significant markup. Fortify Vitamins is a small enough company where we don't have to do a 5, 6, 7 time markup. We can just barely mark it up, and then hopefully the masses buy it, and you can be profitable that way. So I figured if I develop something unlike anything on the market for a good price, people will buy. This is retailing for $45, all right? $45 for this big tub. Now, it's 20 servings, and I'm going to tell you what sets us apart. But I want to let people know this 20 servings, this tub is not filled up all the way, okay? It's only filled up about halfway, so when you get it, you think you might be getting ripped off. I guarantee it, there are 20 servings in this. But what I'm going to do now, it's a learning curve. For the next batch that comes out, we're going to go a little bit smaller so it looks more full, and I'm going to save money on and less plastic will be used. This is BPA free, so there's no bisphenols in it, so it's safe. So when you do buy Fortify Fit, there's a scoop in here, and that scoop has a line on it. You fill up to the line, and you don't go any higher than that because then you're getting too much. So I wanted to develop something, Lenny, that actually was going to work as a pre-workout and a post-workout supplement all in one. All right, because most people are buying things like Jacked or C4 as their pre-workout that has a lot of stimulants in it. Well, you got to remember, God didn't make a body to take a supplement that's equivalent to 20 cups of coffee, all right? And they're putting all sorts of stimulants in these, and, you know, people are having problems with their heart. They're going into atrial fibrillation, tachycardia, heart palpitations when they're in the gym. And that's not a good thing. So I wanted to develop something that had no stimulants so that my elderly population can take it or my 13-year-old daughter could take it, and I knew it would be safe for their heart. So what we've done, we've taken 3 nutrients that support the mitochondria. The mitochondria are the powerhouses in your body that secrete ATP, which is energy, okay? These are very, very expensive, but we've taken creatine, astaxanthin, and D-ribose. So that's why we can use this as pre-workout, but all 3 of those are amazing at helping build muscle and improve muscle recovery at the same time, all right? So we've taken all 3 of those. Nobody in the United States today has taken all 3 of those and combined them, all right? Then we've taken collagen protein. The collagen protein helps build ligaments, tendons, and joints. So not only are we building muscle, we're going to build the framework of your body. So when you're athletic and you're out there, you know, working out or you're in doing some sort of sport, or you're just a geriatric patient, you don't want to fall and get hurt, the collagen really helps, all right? we are using a special carbohydrate called highly branched cyclic dextrin, and it's called clustered dextrin. If you tried to buy that at one of the local stores, you're going to pay $50 to $60 for 20 to 25 servings, just alone for that. Highly branched cyclic dextrin is the most amazing carbohydrate in the world. It has 0 sugar in it, and it actually does not aggravate your stomach, and it empties very fast so you don't bloat, all right? And it gives you explosive energy and prolonged energy. So a lineman for the New Orleans Saints, all right? Who dat?
Yeah.
Could take this product, and an athlete that does triathlons or Ironman competition could take it because of this type of carbohydrate. Now, the carbohydrates are 14 grams, but you have to have carbohydrates to perform. All these people on these low-carb diets and keto diets, you got to have carbohydrates to build muscle. It's as simple as that. It has 7 grams of sugar, but a good portion of that sugar is from the D-ribose that doesn't metabolize like regular sugar, so it's diabetic friendly, okay? And then we have something called betaine anhydrose, and the studies indicate betaine anhydrose is a derivative from beets. It's natural, and studies have indicated that college students as well as 65 and 70-year-old athletes that they studied, it increased their muscle performance and muscle endurance dramatically in only 8 weeks at 2.5 grams. So I put that amount into this. If you're going to buy that alone, it's going to cost you $20, $25 at the store. L-glutamine, we're almost finished. L-glutamine is the number 1 amino acid in your body, and it's filled in your muscles. People that have L-glutamine deficiencies are very weak, skinny, all right? So L-glutamine is necessary for actually enhancing muscle growth, endurance. It's amazing for the microflora in your gut. It's amazing for your digestive system. And then we use something called L-citrulline. L-citrulline converts to L-arginine, so it gives you that pump. When you're in the gym, you want to get that pump. Your biceps want to be big, but it also vasodilates your arterioles, so it brings the protein to the muscle via the carbohydrates very quickly, so you benefit pre-workout and post-workout. And then we have a couple of more things we're going to talk about. Branched-chain amino acids, which are crazy important to build muscle, all right? That's leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And finally, velocitol. Velocitol is something that was developed by Nutrition 21 that actually enhances the ability of the amino acids and the proteins. It doubles the power, all right, at only a small amount. So we've taken all of that, combined it into one formula that's natural, no sucralose, no aspartame, and no artificial flavors. Everybody is putting that in there and making it taste very good. I mean, you can go buy a Nutty Buddy or a popsicle flavored protein at, your local store, but is it good for you is the question. Is it causing colorectal cancer? Is it disrupting the microbiome in your gut? So that's in a nutshell what sets Fortify Fit apart from anything else on the market. Hopefully, I really dove into that quite a bit.
You did, didn't you? No, I wanted to ask you, I know it seemed like you really did your homework on that, Above and Beyond, and it sounds like a really good product. Now, some of those protein powders out there, you said something like stimulants and other things. Do they have also like fillers in it too to make the product look like it's more than what it is also, or
No binders or fillers at all. That's a gimmick to actually make it look like you have a lot more than you really do.
Right. That's what I was asking, yeah.
And many of these fillers and these fibers can actually block the absorption of the nutrients, which would be terrible, all right? Now, there is also, I'm going to show you something here. This is grass-fed. If you're watching me on Facebook or any of the social media right now, this is called Fortify Performance Nutrition Grass-Fed Whey Isolate. This is actually something I developed to work in conjunction with the Fit. Now, the typical person is going to take the Fit before they work out or before they go for a run, before they bike ride, and then take the Fit one time after it, right afterwards, all right? So it's pre-workout, post-workout. But if you want maximum gains, let's say you're a serious athlete, or you really want to gain muscle fast, endurance, you want to lose body fat, then it's developed to have this as a stack. You take the Fortify grass-fed whey protein isolate, and you take one scoop, and you take a shake shaker that I'm holding, you put 1 scoop of the Fit, 1 scoop of the grass-fed whey protein isolate, and shake them up, and you have that after you work out. You don't need this protein before you work out, but after you work out, that's kind of the double whammy of improving at any age. I mean, so if you're 80, 90 years of age, you can use this. If you're 13, you can use it. Now, let me talk briefly about that. So whey protein isolates are a very good source of protein. It's the most bioavailable protein on the planet. However, the lion's share of whey protein isolate you buy at the local store is, number one, it's been denatured twice. Denatured means it's basically ruining the protein bioavailability, okay? Ruining, if that's a word, right? So they heat it up to 200 degrees. The milk, first of all, usually comes from Chinese cows, which isn't good. And that milk has been denatured through over 200 degrees for 30 minutes. So it kills all the pathogens, but it denatures the molecule so you don't have any bioavailability. Then what they do on top of that, they do something called ion exchange. And ion exchange is where they take acid after they've already heated it, and the acid removes the lactose and the fat, making it an isolate. So we don't do any of that. We heat the milk up, first of all, from grass-fed American cows, grass-fed, and we actually only heat it to 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. It's enough to get rid of any pathogenic flora in it, but it doesn't denature the molecule, okay? And so then we microfilter it with filters, basically, to get the lactose and the fat out of it. And then we have a microfiltered whey protein isolate. And if you look at it, all the ingredients in it are whey protein isolate. And I've used some sunflower, organic, non-GMO sunflower lecithin, so it instantizes it. Everybody uses soy lecithin because it's very inexpensive. Soy is a muscle disruptor. For men, it makes your testosterone go down and your female hormones go up. For women, it screws up your hormonal cycle. Also, it's non-genetic, it's GMO, and so my policy with GMO is I think it could be carcinogenic. So that's why you need, if you get an isolate, look for microfiltered and look for cold pasteurization. I've already done it for you at Fortify.
That sounds like a great product. I think I might be on board. I appreciate you answering my call.
Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate the call. All
right, who dat?
Yeah,
See ya.
Who dat? See you, Lenny.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So he was from Louisiana. That's right. That's why I threw in that who dat say they're going to beat them Saints. You know, that's my old stomping grounds. I grew up in New Orleans and in Metairie. And so any of you out there that are viewing from Metairie, give me a call. Maybe the Saints are going to go into the championship this year. Who knows? If they do, I'm going to give 50% off everything in my eye care centers and 50% off vitamins. I did that, what was it, 10 years ago when the Saints won the Super Bowl? I did it, and it was a big day. All right, phone lines are open. If you got a question you want to ask me, the doctor, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. Question regarding your vision, eye care, a nutritionally related topic, give me a call at 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673, and I'll take your call right here over social media. Right now, we're going mostly over social media. We're not live on the radios right now, but remember, next Saturday, November 16th, which is right around the corner, I will be live in Salem Media Communication Headquarters right here in Tampa Bay. I'll be live, and we'll be doing Ask the Doctor for 2 hours. We start at 9 in the morning, and we go 9 to 10. We take a little break, and then we hit different stations, and we'll be on from 10 to 11. Remember, 9 to 10, the main stations I'm on are 820 AM and 97.3 FM The Sky, and then they have a lot of FM affiliates with those. And then I'll be on 860 AM, that's AM 860 The Answer, and AM 930 The Answer out of Sarasota and Tampa, and their FM affiliate is 97... Oh, I don't know what it is. It's 93.7 FM, I think. But I'll put all that on the websites. But a lot of you are watching me right now on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Instagram's not up yet. And a few other social medias. So one more time, I'm going to give you the phone number, 877-943-9673. Going back to talking a little bit about Fortify Fit, I think Lenny really parlayed me into talking about this, all right? I was going to discuss sports nutrition in a little more detail. I covered it pretty good with Lenny. But there are no stimulants in here. That's what's important. When you go get a pre-workout type of supplement, these pre-workout supplements have a lot of stimulants. They fill with things like beta-alanine, taurine, caffeine, and caffeine's way too high. And what happens is that can cause or trigger a tachycardia event. That's where your heart starts beating way too fast. A heart arrhythmia, all right? Atrial fibrillation, things like this. Do you want that to happen? No. So my advice to everybody out there listening, you shouldn't be on these mega pre-workout drinks that have lots of caffeine in it. So that's once again why I developed the Fortify Fit. No stimulants, no soy, all right, no carrageenan, no dye, no sucralose, and no aspartame. You got to look for those on labels. If you're doing anything, buying anything, I'm talking about chocolate milk, ice cream even, anything that has any of that in it, you got to stay away. The sports nutrition supplements are notorious for filling their products with soy, caffeine, carrageenan, dyes, sucralose, aspartame, and not one benefit, not one health benefit comes from those nutrients. And what are the negative side effects? Well, endocrine disruption, colorectal cancer, all right? Sucralose and aspartame can actually cause your pancreas to over-secrete insulin and cause you to become hypoglycemic very quickly. And if you're in the gym and your blood sugar drops, that's not a good thing, is it? And that's why we have put a little sugar in this product. Sugar's not as bad as everybody says. This is organic cane sugar. And when you look at it, we've got 15 grams of carbs in one serving. We've got 7 grams of sugar in there. And so the calories are only 90 calories. And so when you're working out, and if there's anything like an artificial sweetener in it, if there's no carbohydrates or sugar in it, it can cause you to become hypoglycemic very quickly. So, matter of fact, all of you diabetics that are out there and you're drinking diet drinks, you think you're doing something good for yourself? All right. There's a new study that just came out, and you can Google this, that diabetics that drink diet drinks, not to mention any names, but you're drinking a diet drink because you're diabetic, so you shouldn't be getting sugar or carbs, right? 0 sugar, 0 carbs, but it's got artificial sweeteners in it. You're 2 to 3 times more likely to develop a form of diabetic retinopathy called proliferative diabetic retinopathy, all right? And you diabetics out there that, call my show on Saturdays all the time know what I'm talking about. Steve is one of them that calls from Sarasota all the time. And we did address this last week on the show. So stay away from diet drinks. If my wife Tammy's listening, stay away from diet drinks. I mean, you get addicted to them. You like drinking them. So people drink diet drinks because they think they're better for you than a regular drink. If you're going to drink a Coca-Cola, drink the Coca-Cola with sugar in it. Don't drink the one that's diet, all right? It has been proven to increase your risk of diabetic retinopathy. That'll make you go blind. If it's increasing your risk of diabetic retinopathy, it's obviously going to increase your risk of diabetic brain disease, heart disease, peripheral neuropathy, all of these other problems. They just haven't studied it yet. So is there a place for diet drinks? No, there isn't. Remember, because those have those artificial sweeteners we talked about. They have sucralose, they have aspartame, they have NutraSweet, they have saccharin, if that's even available anymore. So you got to be very careful. And then oftentimes those cans have a BPA lining in the can. So bisphenols leach into your body and cause endocrine disruption and cancer. So why don't you just stay away from sodas, canned sodas? Drink more water. And let's talk about that for a second. And we're going to go to a phone call here first. All right. Let's see. We're going to go to, I think it's Lexi in Tampa. Lexi, good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Dr. Mike. How are you?
Fantastic. And yourself?
I'm doing well. I wanted to ask a question going back to the protein.
Uh-huh.
What is your recommended protein intake for each meal?
That's a great question. And also has to do with weight. The larger you are, the more protein intake you can have, all right? But typically, you want to stay around 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, all right? Now, it depends on if you're training. If you're training and you're really trying to build muscle, you're going to want to get 1 gram per body weight. So if you weigh, 130 pounds, you want 130 grams of protein, all right? But you don't want to take it all at one time. Too much protein is hard on your kidneys, all right? You cannot metabolize more than 25 to 30, 35 grams of protein at a time at a small frame. Now, if you're, 350-pound lineman, for the New Orleans Saints, let's say, you can consume more protein, but still, it can't be these mega dosages that people are taking. I mean, I see people that take 50 grams of protein and then they add 2 cups of chocolate milk to it and they add 3 eggs to it. I mean, they're getting 100 grams of protein. Number one, you can't metabolize that. Number two, it's very hard on your organs. So as a rule of thumb, stay between 25 and 30 grams of protein per serving and you're fine. So post-workout, after you work out, before you work out, you don't need much protein, but after you work out, you want to go with about 25 to 30 grams of protein. And that's why we developed these proteins the way they are. The Fortify Fit has 5 grams of protein, and then when you add the new grass-fed Fortify Isolate post-workout, the 2, that's 20. So you're getting 25 grams of protein with the right amount of carbohydrate to protein ratio. You shake it up in water. That's all you need, water, and you drink it right after you work out. Now remember, if you're ever going to eat ice cream, you're ever going to have chocolate milk, you're ever going to have a Snickers bar, the best time is right after you work out, all right? And that's why I tell patients a great post-recovery workout drink before we had Fortify Fit, or if you're on a restricted monetary amount that you can spend weekly, you can take chocolate milk, watermelon, and then our whey protein isolate and just shake it all together. So chocolate milk has a high glycemic index. It's got 80% casein, 20% whey, and you add our whey protein isolate to it. The watermelon has L-citrulline in it that vasodilates it and is also high glycemic index. Remember, after working out is when you want high glycemic index. Before you work out, you don't want that. You want low glycemic index so you have prolonged energy. And that's why I'm using the highly branched cyclic dextrin in our Fortify Fit, because it's kind of the best of both worlds. It gives you fast and explosive energy and prolonged energy.
Okay.
So hopefully that answers that question.
Yeah, and I got a lot of good information after it. Thank you so much, Dr. Mike.
All right, Lexi, have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so that's nice. We've had 3 calls now, and this is the first time that we've gone live from these studios here, and the first time we've gone live on these particular social medias during the day. I mean, this is Friday, and usually I'm working, right? But I took off so I could come and spend some time with all of you viewers. Once again, you're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. I'm going to give you a phone number for both. Get a pen and a piece of paper. If you'd like to contact the Lange Eye Institute, maybe you're wanting a second opinion. Maybe you don't like your eye doctor. You can give us a call. And the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. Once again, that's 352-753-4014. And you can learn more at drmichaellange.com. Now, Fortify Vitamins is headquartered in Ocala, Florida, and also we have a warehouse in Safety Harbor, one of our distribution centers. And the Fortify Vitamins number is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. You can also go to the Fortify website, and that is, www.fortify.com. That's Fortifeye, fortify.com. And I'm going to give you guys and gals a pretty good promo code. Anything that I talk about in this program right now, you'll get 20% off if you use the promo code online 20%. So online, 20%. Then when you check out at Fortify, you put your orders in, you go to the promo code at the very end of the page, put online 20% in, and you'll get 20% off your order. 20% off the Fortify, anything that we have on there. Remember, Fortify has a variety of different products. We have an organic blue-green superfood I developed. It is the first FODMAP-free, certified organic, gluten-free product on the market, and it's paleo and keto compliant. We've got a multivitamin I vitamin called Fortify Complete Advanced Nutrition. We've got the Fortify Super Omega, the Fortify Super Omega 3 Max, the newest, most potent omega 3 in the industry right now. We also have enzymes. We have probiotics for digestive health. We have whey protein concentrates from New Zealand grass-fed cows. We have one called Naked, we have chocolate, and we have vanilla. The concentrate is actually better than the isolate for meal replacements. The isolate is better than the concentrate for true muscle growth post-recovery. But you can use them either way, intermingled. We also have macular degeneration vitamins that I developed, Fortify Macular Defense. I was the first in the world to develop a zinc-free macular degeneration vitamin called Fortify Zinc-Free Macular Defense. We have something called AREDS 2 Plus that's based on the age-related eye disease studies, so that's available as well. So we've got a whole combination of supplements that I actually developed, I researched and developed at Fortify. So go to fortify.com and check it out. They are open today and in Ocala, and that's right across the mall on State Road 200. So you can go by. Doc Hall is now the director of operations. I hired him to help me with the sports nutrition market. So Doc Hall is available for free consultations, nutritional consultations, free, all right, at the Lange Nutrition Center. And that's one of our distribution headquarters for Fortify Vitamins. That's 3101 Southwest College Road, right across the street from the mall. If you get off the interstate, go down 1 mile on the left. You can't miss it. It's a big 2-story building. It says Lange Nutrition Center on the sign. Take the elevator up. We just redid the elevator. I know the elevator was getting kind of grimy, so we put a new elevator in and new flooring. It looks beautiful. We have got a lot of great snacks, high-protein snacks for you, those of you working out. I mean, high-protein puddings. Believe it or not, high-protein gluten-free donuts. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? A lot of protein bars also at the Lange Nutrition Center. We've got the Wata water, certainly all the Fortify supplements. So you can go into the Lange Nutrition Center Monday through Friday. We are closed on the weekends. And that phone number for the Lange Nutrition Center is the same as Fortify Vitamins. It's 866-503-9746. One more time, 866-503-9746. So let's just recap a little bit and talk about what's going on here in the future. I am now going to be broadcasting with Salem Media, and that's going to be on Saturdays from 10 to 11 right here in this studio in Tampa Bay. And we're going to be on AM 860 The Answer in Tampa and AM 930 The Answer in Sarasota. And there's an FM affiliated station. I think it's 93.7 FM. 93.7 FM. So you can pick me up on those. That's from 10 to 11. Remember, I'll still be broadcasting on my regular Ask the Doctor station that I've been on, for almost 30 years here from this studio, though. So it would be impossible for me to go from where 820 broadcasts over in Largo to Tampa in less than 10 minutes. So I'm just going to do both from this studio. So it's going to be exciting. So tune in this next Saturday from 8 to 11 for a whole hour of Ask the Doctor. Also, my very welcome guest, and we're going to be right back from the American College of Nutrition meeting in San Diego, California. Doc Hall, who's a PhD in clinical nutrition, he's going to be with me. So we're going to fly in late Friday night and he'll be a guest with me, so we'll squeeze him into the studio. You know, he's an ex-bodybuilder, power lifter. He's an icon in the bodybuilding industry and in the nutritional sports arena. And so he's going to be on, and we're going to talk a lot about sports nutrition. We're going to talk about specific diets and foods that you can eat to grow muscle and lose fat. We're going to talk more extensively about some of the sports nutrition products that I've developed and Doc Hall helped me with. So that's going to be next Saturday. So remember, tune in for that. And you know, I think we're probably going to we're going to get off of this soon because it's about time for lunch. I can tell you that my blood sugar is probably dropping, and I've been talking a little bit longer than I should have. Remember, this was a dry run to see how everything works. Everything works well, and after this, we're going to find out if we were actually on all the social medias that we're supposed to be on. Hopefully, you got a good image of me, you know. I didn't use any makeup or wardrobe this morning, though. All right, so with that, I think I'm going to wish everybody a wonderful afternoon and stay out of trouble. God bless you. Tune in next week, next Saturday for Ask the Doctor. I'm out of here.